Hi students, this is Varakumar, your mathematics teacher. Today you are in the class of grade 11. Today we are going to learn a new concept. It is a binomial theorem. Okay. See, so far what we have learned it, 3D geometry we have learned it. In the 3D geometry all the types of questions we have learned it. Now today in this concept, binomial theorem, we are going to learn some extent from basics to high level IIT JEE oriented questions also we are going to learn from today onwards. Right. Now, first of all, binomial theorem, if you separate the terms here, binomial theorem means which we know it's a proven statement, that's leave it off. Then binomial. See, what is a binomial? According to the algebra, see, we have monomial, binomial, trinomial, multinomial, and later it is polynomial. Okay, fine. Now monomial, it has only one term. So for example, 4 by 3, x, y, z, w cube. See the product, if you see, they are looking like so many variables, but the product it says that only one term itself. Then binomial. See, I said one term called monomial. If you have two terms, suppose x plus 2y, x is one term and 2y is another term. So the combination of two terms, either plus or minus symbol, that is called binomial. And trinomial, it has three terms, x plus 2y minus 3z. And multinomial, more than three terms, so x plus 2y minus 3z plus 4w. Okay. Now forget about all this one, we don't want. So come to the binomial. See, an algebraic expression which has only two terms is called as the binomial. Now this binomial, for example, I am going to take it x plus 2y, suppose for power n, where n belongs to n. So now this you are going to expand it. The expression or the series, whatever you are going to get it, that describes by binomial. That is called as a binomial theorem. Actually, this given by Sir Isaac Newton. Okay, let us see how the binomial theorem occurs and where we have seen. See, binomial theorem, knowingly, unknowingly, we have learned in our earlier classes, like 8th standard, 9th standard, 10th, 11th, everywhere we have learned it. See, a plus b whole square. See, here there are two terms which we know familiar, a square plus 2ab plus b square. And similarly, a plus b whole cube. See, a cube plus 3a square b plus 3ab square plus b cube. Similarly, you can do a plus b whole power 4, a plus b whole power 5. See, a plus b whole power 4, I can write it as a plus b whole square, again square I can do. A plus b whole power 5, I can write a plus b whole square into a plus b whole cube. So like this, etc. I can do a plus b whole power 6, a plus b whole power. Some hard efforts, then we can try to expand them, no matter what. Okay, now in that when you are expanding, what is a common feature? If you see here the terms, if you see, first term a square 2ab b square, a cube 3a square b 3ab square plus b cube, and even if you expand it, a power 4 plus 4a cube b square 6a square b square, like it will become. But the common feature what you say is that every term, the degree, if you see, it is 2 here. And here see, degree is 3. Say, what is the power? 3. Here, power 2. Here, so what I can say based on this one, it is a homogeneous equation. Right? Then similarly, a plus b whole power 4. So if you expand it, a power 4 plus 4a square a cube b square plus 6a square b square plus 4ab cube plus b power 4. Similarly, a plus b whole power 5, even whatever you expand. See here, the first term degree 4 and here also degree 4, a cube b is 1, b power 1, degree 4, here degree 4, here also degree 4 and degree 4. So, what I am trying to say, the terms, each and every term will be degree same based on the power, whatever it is. So that is a common feature, everything. So I can say they are homogeneous. Next thing, whenever if you see the powers, power is 2. So when you expand it, it has, say, 1, 2, 3. So it means it has 2 plus 1 terms. And similarly, it has power 3. If you expand it, it has 3 plus 1 terms. And also power 4. If you expand it, it has 4 plus 1 terms. So then common feature, if you say 5, same thing, it has 5 plus 1. Suppose if you take a plus b whole power n, what it has? It has n plus 1 terms. So this is a common feature for everything. Clear? Next. And one more thing. Here, if you see ascending order, descending order, if you see the coefficients, a square coefficient is 1 and 2ab, 2 and 1. So before that you take a plus b whole power 1 also. A plus b whole power 1 is a plus b. It means here 1, 1. 1, 1. And also here you take it 1, 3, 3, 1. Then 1, 4, 6, 4, 1. Then 1, 5, 10, 5, 10, 5, 1. So you may have a doubt why, how I am getting. See, here is expansion, I have done it. So but here from that simplified one. So this actually this it is looking like a triangle structure. So this is given by Mr. Pascal. So that's why this triangle is called as Pascal triangle. This is called as a Pascal triangle. Clear? So now if you take it now, see, first leave it off 1, 1. See, 1, 1 you add it, you get into. See, first terms and the last terms all will be the same. Next 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, 3. The next 1, 3, 4, 3 plus 3, 6, 3 plus 1, 4. Similarly 1 plus 4, 5, 4 plus 6, 10, 6 plus 4, 10, 1 plus 4, 5. So like this you can do expansion for many things. Many things. We can do everything, we can do that, no matter. See, so then even if you go for, okay, let me write it all detailing. So 1, 2, 1, 1, 3, 3, 1. 1, 4, 6, 4, 1, 1, 5, 10, 10, 5, 1. Okay, how I did it? Addition. Right? Okay. Similarly, I can do for 6 also. So 1, 1 plus 5, 6, 5 plus 10, 15, 10 plus 10, 20, 10 plus 5, 15, 5 plus 1, 6, again 1. So this will help you how to write the expansion of a plus b whole power 6. A plus b or x plus y whole power 6, I can do that. So while doing expansion, you can remember these things and you can expand it. You can expand it. See, but sir, you may have a doubt. Sir, you have this one, then what is the necessity of writing a plus b whole power n, sir? See, I can write this expression or this expansion, I can do till one limitations. For example, n value, limited value, 10 or 15, I can do it. But if it is n power 100, suppose I have asked you a plus b whole power 100. See, it is practically difficult to write the expansion up to 100 times. So then what we should do? Then compulsory, then we have to go for some alternative. That alternative is binomial expansion. Binomial expansion. Okay. So now, so while doing the binomial expansion, so far what we discussed, the points you have to keep in mind. Number one, it is homogeneous. Homogeneous. Number two, you have to write it like a 100, right? So 100 plus 1. If it is n plus 1 terms. Clear? And number three, first it is decreasing x value. Suppose if you are concentrating on x, when you are writing expansion, power of x will be go down and power of y will be increases. So I can give you total clearly one clear sketch when we are writing the expansion. Okay, fine. Let us do that one.